Hello there, and welcome to the Cargo Bay presents Set Guides 1994 Top Star Wars Galaxy Series 2. I am Brady C, here with my co-host as always,
Adam B. How's it going, BC?
Going pretty darn good. Had a lovely time going through the 1994 Top Star Wars Galaxy Series 2.
I really miss these paper Galaxy sets, BC. They're
me
so
too.
much fun to look at. There's a big difference between looking at, oh wow, that image is slightly different, and that's a rarity, and modern photo sets versus what the heck is this thing?
Tons of what the heck is this thing in the set, as evidenced, I would say, by a couple images here, just even on our titles slide, as it were. We, of course, have, the highly unauthorized, illicit, almost black market Yoda promo card, which has barely seen the light of day and has, in fact, been inducted into the Cargo Bay Hall of Fame. Go check out some of our main Hobby Talk episodes for that. But if you look at the other card, a little smaller, a little lower beneath the Series 2 box there, this exists. It's real. It's a Star Wars trading card. And it even has the foil, because this is one of the, limited to 10,000 production sets. But this card is a bonkers.
What is that, BC?
It's an excellent question. So I've got my entire set, which you so generously sent to me. So here you go. This is the card in hand.
Oh, sorry. Can you show that to the camera again, right quick? I'll make it bigger.
Of course.
Yeah,
there
beautiful.
he is. He's just lovely. It's like Swamp Thing's starved child. This is in the film production and poster art subset of Series 2. This is Creatures Galore, sprung from the fertile imagination or the nightmares at Industrial Light and Magic. Joe Johnston, art director, super famous ILM guy, came up with this sketch of a wretched soul. That's all it is.
There you go.
It's just Joe Johnston presenting a wretched soul.
That
and then on the back,
Empire Strikes Back, potentially.
Because the backs are cool.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a bug-eyed baby. He also drew the baby bug-eyed alien as the possible background character for Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, so just fun, weird production stuff. Again, Joe Johnston is one of probably the most famous people in terms of design from ILM. Designed the Millennium Falcon, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty iconic.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah,
just a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of weird bugaboos in Galaxy.
Yeah, we'll be checking out that subset of Series 2 in depth. Let's go ahead and dive into our first slide here. I might forget to say like and subscribe. Come on into the Cargo Bay, folks. But wow, BC, what a place to start. We have the McQuarrie portfolio cards. Whew.
I think anytime we can celebrate McQuarrie is going to. I also think these McQuarrie images are better than the ones from Galaxy Series 1. And a lot of them are better than the images that are in like the original, like the 77s and the Empire Strikes Back stuff. They look really, really cool.
Yeah, and I have mixed feelings about the borders on these cards, because they are like chunks of other images. It looks like it was just an off-center cut for some of these. You'll see like part of the Millennium Falcon. I'm not sure what the bottom of this image is, but on the other hand, with these McQuarrie images, the yellow and purple logo with the yellow line and I don't know, I really like them here. This is like top contender for someday. I hope to be wealthy enough to get a McQuarrie signed Topps card, of which there are some out there, and it'd be really cool for it to be one from this set. Let me bring you up big, BC. Yeah, that's the one I want. I want Yoda going down the chimney.
Here comes Yoda Claus. Here comes Yoda Claus. Down Yoda Claus. Yeah, these are I don't know. They're great. McQuarrie's art is obviously a dream for a lot of collectors, but they start the set off right by paying homage to the foundation of everything, basically.
And I love Bespin Luke. It's a great look, but I do like this version where he's fighting Vader in the flight suit. That's super cool.
Super super sick. Gives you a little alternate headcanon to go with, which I dig.
Moving on to our next slide, if I can make it work. The comic art. I love this image you have on the far left side here of BC. That's a very cool picture. And I believe our border here is the top of the Millennium Falcon. So
it does. Yep, it does appear to be the Millennium Falcon border. The border's, it's weird because it is only on one edge of the cards. So it is kind of it, but it does play into that weird like 90s kind of throwback.
It's very of
vibe,
its time.
You know?
Yeah.
It totally, totally of the time, which I think aesthetically now I can appreciate. It's not my favorite look, but the fact that it feels of a time and place, I think is super cool. These are the comic art of Star Wars, so cards 149 through 163. Again, it's cool how they kind of break it down into the like different subsets within Galaxy of how they're grouping the images. There's some, there's some strategy, there's some organization there, which is cool. But for just again, fun images that you've got there. I think having Han astride. That's Han, right? That's the Han outfit in the middle image.
Looks like it to me, yeah.
Astride the Tauntaun with wielding a blaster and lightsaber. You just wonder what he's getting into,
I mean, we're going to have to do some comic book stuff at some point. I also love this image on the right. Appears to be a callback to that glamour shot, that very staged shot that was on some old Star Wars card. I can't remember what series, but yeah, very cool. And
so
sorry,
I was just gonna cut in real quick. I do have the card. It does say that it's Luke patrols on the Tauntaun. So just fun, weird comic book art where they're like, yeah, whatever.
What if Luke had the Nintendo Zapper?
yeah.
The illustrators of Star Wars, man, the Luke in that, I mean, really all the faces in this kind of Mad Magazine style card on the left kind of upset me.
Truly, truly strange. This is, of course, for a promotional image for the radio play of the Star Wars trilogy, which the Cargo Bay has covered in podcast format.
Yeah.
Did we do all three separately, or did we do it all as? I think we did all as one.
I think there is a third. I think the third one we may not have covered, because if there is a third one, it doesn't actually have Mark Hamill. I don't think there is a third one. I think there's just a new. Well,
they did. I think they did Return of the Jedi like 15 years later, like way after they did the first. Like the first two are much higher quality. Than the Return of the Jedi, but we did do all of those with. Was it Colin from Normies?
Yeah, it was Colin. Yeah. We did the first two. If there is a Return of the Jedi, I don't recall hearing it. So yeah, that's weird. Maybe I need to get on that.
But yeah, this is a weird promotional image for the Star Wars radio play. If you haven't listened to it, do yourselves a favor. At least go check out the first one. It's a wild thing that they did essentially as George Lucas was doing like a favor to NPR by allowing them to do the rights to the radio drama for Star Wars, which is pretty cool. Mark Hamill famously is in at least the first two, and pretty much nobody else from the main cast. I think Billy D does do Lando in Empire Strikes Back, but
both of them do some voices when they can. It's awesome to hear Mark Hamill almost nail the performance exactly how it is with some of those lines in the movie. It's like, wow, he picked a choice and he stuck with it. Like that thing is in there.
Yep. So that's cool. Again, illustrators of Star Wars. This is cards 166 through 177. You've got some cards you wanted to highlight on the slide that are true beauties.
Well, this premiere card is interesting, and also I don't think we've mentioned before we lose viewers, we're going to be opening a pack of Series 2 at the end of the episode that you sent me, BC. Pretty excited about that. But yeah, here's our film production and poster art cards, and man, these are cool. Check out that Lando smoking a long cigarette, which would have prevented Star Wars from being PG still when I watched it. You know, eventually that would have upped the rating, I think. Would have been funny to see some smoking in a Star Wars. But yeah, that Lando concept art is good. The Emperor, and again, the backs of these cards. We don't get card backs like this anymore. Alternate images on the backs, information, weird, cool graphic design.
It's the thing that I probably miss most about modern cards, and the thing that I probably wouldn't have paid as much attention to when I was younger, because that was all about the front.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a little bit older and have somewhat more of an attention span, like being able to read the information on the back, like knowing that Joe Johnston did the ghoul that exists in this set, it just makes me appreciate the card and Joe Johnston even more. I'm just like, that's the level of detail that's missing from modern Star Wars stuff and is nowhere in sight for the Galaxy Chrome stuff that's coming out now. They don't even put the artist's name on there, as we've said, and we hate and abhor. But it's like, if you really want to like have a set that you can spend time with and like enjoy and do like spend some time reading the backs of the cards, this stuff is so choice for that.
Yeah, if you have a cool image, you might have something cool about it on the back. Wouldn't that be wild? Have some more here. I really like this Assorted Aliens card. Pretty awesome. And the like Lord of the Rings looking thing on the back of it.
Yeah.
And then to cover some poster art, I picked there's some much more traditional looking alternate poster images in this set, but I like this one of Vader holding a dagger. And also thought it was interesting, they editorialized a little bit on the back of this card, talking about the image on the back here, and talking about Han is floating in the air while Princess Leia seems to have beaten Madonna to the punch by voguing. I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a stretch there, card author, trying to fill up some space. But again, I would rather have that than than a card that says congratulations on the back or whatever.
Congratulations, card 19. Really? Great. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Up next, we see the merchandising art of Star Wars. You know, I had to pick that Sebastian Shaw card.
It's glorious. It's glorious.
Really,
truly
beautiful.
A thing of beauty. Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm going to read the back of this. Anakin
Please.
Skywalker, the pre-Dark Side Darth Vader, was revealed only at the climax of Return of the Jedi. The illustration from the Libby Perzik Kathman Studio front collection of Thomas H. Nieheisel shows the ghostly apparition of actor Sebastian Shaw as he appeared at the very end of the film. The Anakin action figure was one of the last released by Kenner Products. But yeah, there you go. It's the art from that Kenner box. And of course, we also have this beautiful A-Wing card. Super cool, which was sold from the Droids TV show.
Boy, did that show rip.
Gotta watch some more Droids. That is an odd. I will say I much prefer Droids to Ewoks.
Yeah, but the Ewoks theme song is better. You know, I just
yeah.
But for quality, I guess you got to give it to Droids.
for anything interesting happening at all, I'm absolutely giving it to droids. That show is weird. Ewoks is bad.
Ewoks is truly just unbearable in terms of what it does. I was like, I have no idea. They just were animating anything and everything and did not care. But it's cool.
I've got a weird look on my face, BC, because I'm trying to decide. That's maybe not the Millennium Falcon window. That's maybe the window on Bespin that Luke gets thrown through. And actually, I will confirm that because we can see Luke's lightsaber over here on the back of the A-Wing fighter. Okay.
I like it. Yep.
This whole time I've been wrong. New Visions 2, BC. Got some classic cards here.
Some true beauties of... We'll save the best for last, obviously. Of course, we have what would be the iconic cover for the 2021 Chrome Galaxy, the Leap of Faith. Yeah. The composition on this card is sick.
Yeah, super cool.
It adds like a whole new element and dynamic to the scene. I mean, it takes some license with the actual moment, but artistically is amazing. We got a little Beggar's Canyon action going on there.
Sick. I love a T16.
Yep, love a good T16. And then if you, like me, or if you have really watched any Cargo Bay Con, you know I'm a horrified Luke sees his family killed. A maniac. Card 26 from 1977. What the artist has done in Series 2 New Visions is nothing short of miraculous. They've taken the iconic image from the card and put the horror, the subtext horror, right on top of it. And I love it.
This is a long-time Cargo Bay favorite. This is one of our very first all-time favorite cards. And also, I believe we get a portrait of the artist on the back of this card. We get to celebrate this truly horrifying card that was created for this set. That's the magic of Galaxy.
So you sent me the complete set. The box with inside the tin that it comes in. This image is one side of the box, and I was like, yes, I love it so much. One of my favorite images. Truly, just nutso out of this world. Again, the reason you got to show up for Star Wars Galaxy, the OG.
Love it, and even some more beautiful stuff here, BC. Of course, the Jack Kirby Luke in the hand of Vader. Awesome card.
It's just nuts to me that Jack King Kirby did Series 2 of Star Wars Galaxy. You know, he is one of my favorite comic book artists of all. Like, his comic covers are iconic. I love them. Like, I went out of my way to get a couple of Kirby comic covers from like older comics. There's like a Thor, there's a Captain America. I'm like, I just love the style, and they just look so good as like display pieces. The fact that he's got a Vader card with the tiny little Luke in his hand, I'm like, Jack Kirby freaking rocks.
Yeah, tiny little Luke with a 1950s ray gun and Vader just sending the Force into the sky.
Dude, it's so good.
It's an awesome mashup. I have a wave refractor of this, and again, I keep needing to sell cards, and that's another one where I just can't part with it. Like, when am I gonna get another Jack Kirby?
No. It's too cool, dude.
Galaxy
it's
1 refractor.
It's too cool.
Great card. And look at that little tiny Yoda down
there. I had to pull this image as soon as I saw it. I'm like, maybe this is where they were like Grogu, right? Like, because it's a one. New Visions is the like, hey, allow artists to cook and have some creative license with Star Wars, right?
With this, lot of spice in this one.
A lot of extra spice. It's the like POV, right? So we're seeing Luke's perspective of Yoda on the ground. But from this perspective, Yoda's probably like 5 inches tall. You know,
I think what it is Yoda is lifting him into the air. I think Luke, the lightsaber, and R2, if you look
okay.
at the shadows,
Are
you can kind of
floating.
tell, yeah, they're floating above
Okay.
Yoda
All right.
as the idea.
Okay.
But it really does, that is not conveyed well in the image. It really does look like just little, which honestly, if you think about Empire Strikes Back and you change nothing except that Yoda is a little bitty tiny.
I dig it.
I really like it.
You're right. I'm completely wrong about my perspective. So sorry, apologies to the artist. However, initial glance does make it look like it's just a tiny little baby Yoda there.
Yeah,
so
great detail on that lightsaber hilt, though. That usually doesn't come out correct.
Yep. And then the last one I thought was kind of cool because you've got like
Rick Decker.
Blade Runner. Yeah, you got Blade Runner Harrison.
Definitely a Blade Runner reference, but I guess is it Han Solo burning his because there's Chewbacca's bandolier.
Right, yeah.
I guess it's Han burning his Imperial ID. Because in the old canon, I understand in Solo we did have Han Solo as an Imperial, but it used to be that he was a TIE fighter pilot and a decorated TIE fighter pilot until he saw Chewbacca and slavery and helped break a lot of Wookiees free or whatever. The Han Solo trilogy, I need to reread. In my mind, it is a fantastic chunk of old expanded universe. Also, a lot about Han Solo's girlfriend, who is addicted to glitter stem. There's a lot of good stuff in that trilogy. A big cat man. If you're a furry, maybe check that series out. You got Wookiees and big cats.
Amazing. Yeah, I like this one, the Blade Runner of it. Two, it does tell a little bit of a story. You know, you get it's more than just like a simple image. It does it allows you to say, oh, is he burning his Imperial card? Has he been undercover doing something?
Yeah.
Is it the moment when he turns his back on, this idea of being part of the Empire? I just think it's a cool card. I mean, there's very little to it other than the hands and the actual tiny portrait, which I think is interesting that it doesn't prominently feature a face or a figure,
Well, that's what was cool about these two is a lot of times artists it was just like, hey, you want to imagine something? Kind of how, Visions, the Vision series is. I want there to be new Galaxy cards that are like that, not just like,
how about you paint us a badass image of Darth Vader again?
I would love to see more stuff like this where it's an imagined moment or something weird. So, I'm glad you included that card. It's cool. And then finally, BC, the foils, the etched foils, which do not hold up well. These cards are damaged very easily. I honestly like the backs of these cards more than the front of these cards for the most part, but I did like this Emperor and this Han.
I will say I've got a because mine were in the packaging for so long, they do still look pretty good. Although the foil technology itself it does leave something to be desired.
It really looks like a project, there's something you would buy as an arts and crafts at an arts and crafts store. It is not premium feeling for sure.
It's definitely not. And then my set, I'm just looking. I did get the 0-0 card, which is a portfolio card of Darth Vader.
Can you show
us that? And then the promo
that?
card. Yeah, and then I've also got the promo card for series Galaxy Series 3. So this is the McQuarrie.
Oh yeah, that's sick. That's
promo.
Awesome.
So the 0-0 that comes in the factory production set that's limited to 10 bajillion. And then this is so on the back you'll see this one is the Series 3 coming soon.
Awesome.
Which was exciting if you bought the complete set of this. And then it's just chunky.
The
chunky boba. Yeah, very cool.
Nice. Well, BC, how about I rip this pack here? Let me make sure
I
I'm facing
cannot
the right
wait.
direction.
Yeah. I wonder if you'll get a big hit. Maybe a numbered parallel, maybe an autograph.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
no numbered parallels in this. No first day of production like we'll see in Series 3 coming up. But there could be an etched foil in here, BC. That'd be pretty cool.
There could just be a ripping good time.
Yeah. There could just be one of the fantastic cards showcased on it. And how do you feel about that factory set and the stamp, BC?
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I like the way that the in pack looks, but I do like the little foil stamp on the production set.
Yeah, I mean the Galaxy logo is just it's a great timeless thing. That logo. Ooh, here's one of our poster cards.
Nice.
Very cool. And then know that image pretty well. Oh, we've got a backwards card here. Could that mean it's a hit?
Is it a parallel? No.
This is also from the Visions. Is that John Williams conducting? It is Obi-Wan conducting conducting characters. Chewbacca is back there playing a horn of some kind.
Come on.
Then the first Galaxy Series 1 parallel I ever pulled was a mojo of this card.
That's cool a great card.
Yeah, very well done. And it looks like we're going to have an alien on the front of this one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Sorry I don't have the big boy camera for this, folks. Okay. Here's what we got here. We got a little bit of stickage. Or just a little snap there. Whoa. Check that out.
Hachi Machi.
Got some swoop bike action. You got Biggs there. Everybody hanging out. And more importantly, check out the artist on the back. Looking very cool.
The colors on that are...
Whoa. I haven't seen this image before. I really like that. And check out the self-portrait there. Pretty cool.
Nice.
That's really neat. I don't know what it is that I like about this one, but this is very striking to me. Makes me feel dark. It makes me feel scared. Here we have the Ewoks messing up the Scout Trooper. And check this out. We got a little mail-in thing here. A coupon for Star Wars Galaxy magazine. Worth a try.
Nice.
And
sure.
Final image here. Love this card. Beautiful way to end it.
That's amazing.
The Emperor christening Lord Vader. Very cathedral-y.
Yep.
Wow. Imagine that. Celebration of artists.
Just like when we ran the poll, I want nothing more than for Topps to realize how dope it would be for them to do a paper version of this set again.
Yeah.
New art, bring in new artists. I get that it's a heavy lift and it's probably super expensive to, pay artists for their work. But for this set, like, I think it would just be so cool to do again.
Yeah, and you can make it a premium product by throwing in some sketch cards. That'd be cool. You could even let the sketch, you have a contract where you design a card and you also make a bunch of sketch cards. That'd be cool. Make it a high-end thing. Sure.
Make it high-end. Hey, if you still need to hold on to the chrome thing, Topps has the ability to do chrome and paper within the same set. They do it in baseball every year. So have chrome inserts that you can do in there. I don't know. Just things. Come to us, Papa Topps. Listen to us. We've got some ideas for you. We'll give them to you.
Come on, Topps. Come on.
Come on.
Well, I guess that does. I tried to click to another slide, but I think that's it for our Series 2 set guide, BC.
Está
Beautiful
todo, mi
stuff.
amigo.
And thank you for
See?
that. Thank you for that pack, BC. These are some of the only Series 2 cards I have, I believe. And a lot of these are going into sleeves and even top loaders because that's how I roll with my
I love it.
my paper
I
cards
love
sometimes.
it.
It's also, this pack was in really good shape. These are sharp.
Yeah, I highly, if anyone is interested in stuff and you don't already have it, I highly recommend just going on eBay and buying a complete set for like 20 or 30 bucks shipped. You know, like they're relatively inexpensive. It's a ton of cards. I mean, if that's your thing, they look great in a binder. Is one of my things. Like it's my binder set that I've got for Galaxy. I'll go to it occasionally just to like flip through the images in there. So.
Flip through
Something
the
worth
images,
looking at,
read
yeah.
some info. I just realized that this swoop bike design was used for episode 3. There are some clone scouts that use this design of bike. That's really interesting. I wonder what this comic this is from or whatever. Says this artist did stuff on Sandman. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's a cool set.
We love it.
Go pick some up. It's cheap. It's a cheap thing to collect.
Go check it out.
Bye
Go check it
forever
out.
until next time.
You buy things from Joe the Cargo Bay. Make sure you like and subscribe. Shoot. Did it work?
Wait, is that Tim Allen Yoda?